showtime.
Oh!
Off to the slopes for Christmas. Find out how they're looking in the skiing weather view now on BBC One with Helen Willetts.
Hello there and welcome to our weekly look at skiing weather across Europe, Canada, the USA. Let's start in Europe, where in France, Voria, part of the Port du Soleil, one of the biggest ski areas in Europe, have done fairly well. In recent days we've had a top up in the snow, but as you can see the piste condition is good at the moment. That extends across many parts of the Alps actually, so into Switzerland, Davos as well. Excellent conditions on piste, even though we haven't got as much snow here. It's good skiing to be found, despite some rather mild weather moving into the lower slopes during the course of Thursday. We've still got some fairly excellent conditions in Zell am See. So always worth checking the avalanche risk, as the temperatures do go up and down and they tend to destabilise the snow. But at the moment it is looking quite good across the Dolomites, for example, and then into the rest of Italy, into Cervinia, for example. We've got over 200 centimetres of snow on the upper slopes. So the higher the better, I should imagine, still at the moment, and more snow is forecast in the coming few days, but it does look as if we'll see some drier weather as well. So these are some of the international airports you might fly into, perhaps a smattering of snow in Turin as the tail end of this low pressure moves away. This is the next weather system moving in, giving some really wet weather across the UK, flooding rains potentially, but then running into the cold air across the likes of Scandinavia and potentially into the Alpine regions, perhaps brushing into the Pyrenees as well with a little bit of snow into the weekend, but some really strong winds ahead of it. So the snow we do have across parts of Scandinavia will be blown around. So let's have a look a little bit more detail for the forecast. As you can see for the weekend, it'll bring potentially a little bit of snow to Sol d'Hier, for example, hopefully topping up some of the slopes in the Pyrenees. The best conditions here on piste, but it does look as if it might just brush to the north and then move in. So drier weather for a time on Saturday, but I suspect we'll get some in the run up to Christmas, some more snow that is in the run up to Christmas. Not much showing across the Bulgarian higher ranges here, but further south, as you saw, that low pressure's pulling away. So for Norway, we may well see some further snowfall. The piste condition at the moment quite powdery. It's really cold across Scandinavia at the moment because we've got that pulling in that easterly wind. It's by and large we've had high pressure with us here, the easterly wind, but this will bring a change as this weather front comes in, and it comes in off the North Sea. A lot of moisture there, so we could well have some more snow in Yalo, Lillehammer and up towards Aura as well eventually as that moves its way in. So it stays cold, so do wrap up warm if you're heading out and about. Now let's take a look at what's happening across the USA, because this week's snow has really topped up the slopes down even into New Mexico. But where we've done pretty well this week is in Colorado. The likes of Vail have had about 50 centimetres of snow, which has opened up many more of the slopes than we had seen previously. Still only half a metre of snow, but nevertheless we've had some excellent snow and conditions so far this week. But we have got two storm systems either side of the United States at the moment, and there will be further snowfall to come this weekend. Conditions though reportedly knee deep in snow in Whistler. It is an excellent resort. You've got the two mountain resorts and also the glacier, but obviously we've got lots of snow at the moment. Just really cold inland in Banff, as you can see, some excellent ski conditions, but it will be very cold indeed at this time of year, so do cover up if you are heading out skiing. The city forecast for Denver showing some fine weather on Friday, but that low pressure close to Vancouver giving some snow and into JFK as well. We've got this weather system moving in off the Pacific, so some more snowfall to come in these areas here, then some dry weather in between, and that nasty low towards the east for the start of the weekend slowly pulling away, but it will give, or it will top up the slopes, and then it'll turn colder behind. So the temperatures are oscillating a little, and again that does at times destabilise the snow, so always keep up to date with the forecasts and therefore the avalanche risk. But it does look as if we'll see some drier weather then for a time, but as ever you can keep up to date on the weather forecast, the prospects on our website. Bye bye.
Hello darling, what can I do for you today? You want to give the kids some fruit and veg, but they don't want to know. Got some lovely carrots. How about cutting them up in small pieces, serve them with dips? Fussy eaters, they'll come around soon enough. If you keep trying, make sure you buy the stuff that's in season so you get the best value for money. If you can't get fresh, give them tinned or frozen. How about a date?
Visit nhs.uk/5 a day for tips on how you and your family can eat more fruit and veg.
To the wilds of Alaska now on BBC One as the Sign Zone starts in the natural world.